Hello, I'm Jordan Williams. I'm the Communication Strategist for Lifelong Learning and Community Engagement here at UNT. We are the department that operates the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute, or OLLI at UNT, and I'm recording this video to walk through some of the basic features of our member portal. This is going to be basically a member portal guide. So I'm going to show you all the different things that you can do within the member portal. I'm also going to walk through some of the basic steps for accomplishing certain tasks like resetting your username and password, which comes up often. So we're going to try to include that, all of those things in this video and make it an inclusive place for you to see all of the things that you might need to access when you're in the member portal. So first, we're going to start off by finding the member portal. If you're on our homepage, which is olli.unt.edu, there are a couple of ways to go directly into your member account. The first, if you're on a desktop or laptop computer, your screen should more or less look exactly like mine. I'm recording this in April of 2022, so it may be updated by the time you watch this video, but some of the basic menu options should still be the same. You can click right here to Member Portal to be taken to the page that is olli.unt.edu/members, which has the sign in button, as well as a lot of different things that are relevant for members. But if you're on a mobile device and your screen is a little bit smaller, you may not see this black bar of menu options. Things tend to get compressed on mobile devices. So if you scroll down, you should also see this sign in button, and that will take you directly to the fields where you can sign into your member account. So that's another option for you as well. But I'm going to go ahead and click on Member Portal to again go to olli.unt.edu/members. And here we have not only our sign in button, we're going to go over how to recover your username and password, but there are also information here for members, such as we try to keep a link to the handouts that are available, as well as our course evaluation form. We have our enrollment form in case you decide you'd like to sign up for activities a different way. So it's a good place to kind of maybe bookmark and check back with throughout the semester, as it's a good place to kind of find some of those pieces of information that you may need. But let's go ahead and just start off by signing into our account. So again, this is going to be for people who have already created their account for the first time. If you haven't done so, there is another video on creating your member account for the very first time that I recommend that you watch. But I'm going to sign in to the fake account that I created and hope that I remember all the information that I used. Excellent. So once you've successfully signed into your account, you'll see a message here that says welcome and then your name, and that's how you know that you have successfully signed in. And so the very first thing that you can do within the member portal, of course, is register for events. So at the time that we're signing up, at the time that I'm recording this video, I believe we have a lunch and learn that's coming up. Yes, we do. And you can see that there's an add to cart button here, which is what you want to click on to sign up for an activity. If you ever are signed into your account but don't see an add to cart button, go ahead and reach out to us. There may possibly be an issue on our ends that we need to correct, or it may be an indication that your membership has expired. They do last for 365 days, so it's possible that that might be the case, but just go ahead and reach out to us to see what the issue might be, and we can help you with that. But otherwise, you sign up for an activity by adding it to your cart. And from then on, it's pretty straightforward. You can see this in your cart. If you decide to change your mind, you can remove your item. But the really important thing is that you're going to want to click the checkout button and go through all of the steps until you receive your confirmation email, including your courses. If you fail to go all the way through the steps, or if you fail to receive a confirmation email, that's usually a good indication that you didn't quite make it through the full process, and your selection didn't go through. So definitely want to encourage you to confirm that you get that confirmation email. Otherwise, you may miss out on getting signed up for a class that you really want to sign up for. If you ever want to go back to add additional classes, there are a couple of things you can do. Your internet browser probably has a back button, and that might be the most useful, because if you go ahead and hit that, it should take you right back to where you were. I was in the Lunch and Learn lecture series. So if there were additional things that you wanted to sign up for in this category, you could go ahead and hit the add to cart button there. So hitting the back button on your internet browser is a good option. But also you can click this course catalog option at the top of the screen at any time to be taken back to this main page with all of the different categories. I'm going to try to remember what, at this point that I'm recording this video, where we have upcoming classes. I think in wellness and lifestyle, we've got some. Yes, we do. Okay, so there are a couple of classes here I could sign up for. if I wanted to, but I'm going to go ahead and add this fortified wines and sweet wines to my account because this is going to show us one slightly different thing. So in this fake account that I've created, I've added a all courses included membership. And so as you may know, we also offer a pay per course membership. And if you're at the pay per course level, you have to pay $15 per course for each thing that you sign up for. Some events don't carry that fee, but a lot of the in-person courses do. But if you're an all courses included member, then you don't have to pay that fee. So the way that works, I'll go ahead and go back a second because you can kind of see that in this class that we signed up for, there is a $15 fee listed. But what happens if you're an all courses included member, if we go back forward to our shopping cart, the $15 fee is there in the item that we just signed up for, but there's also this line that says course fee waived, inclusive membership, and a little minus $15. So that's how we manage who gets charged a fee and who doesn't. If you were at a pay per course level, obviously this line here wouldn't be there and you would just pay that $15. But since I am in this example an inclusive member, that fee is taken away. So there's a balance of $0 that's owed. So again, that's how you sign up for activities. Again, if you wanted to go ahead and check out, it asks you to confirm your contact information. Usually that hasn't changed since the last time you did something. So you can hit next. You can go ahead and hit next on this field because this is normally where it would ask for your emergency contact information, but since you have already entered that, most likely at this point, you don't have to do that. You can click next. If you had any promo codes, you could enter them here, but otherwise you could just click next. And then it's a final page here that says checkout purchase. Even though we don't have a fee here, you will still click that purchase button. You're just not going to be charged anything. So I'm going to go ahead and click that so you can see what it looks like when things are completed. Again, you see a confirmation here that lets you know that everything has gone through. You should also receive an email as well. So that's another way that you can confirm that. But there are a couple of interesting things that pull up here now. You can see, in addition to this order summary, a little message here that says you can access all order history and print receipts under my account history. So that's a good way to prompt us to look at some of the options that are offered here under account. So you could click these links to see some of these individual options, but I'm just going to go ahead and click the account option so we can see the overview of options that you have available for you. First, you can see your profile, and this is pretty straightforward. If you needed to change your name or the address we have on file, you could go ahead in here and make those changes and then click the Save Changes button to confirm those. So let's say I'm no longer at 1716 Scripture Street. I'm at 1715 Scripture Street. I moved next door. I could click the Save Changes button, and you can see that the address is now changed. So let's go back to account and look at the next option, which is my username and password. If you're in your account and you want to change your username or change your password, you can do that right here. If you want a new username, you could type in your username here, click the Change Username button, and then your username would be changed. If you decide, you know what, I don't need to use this password anymore, you can start by, in this first field, typing your temporary or old password. That in this case, that would actually be your current password. It's going to become your old password, but that's what you would enter here. And then the new password is pretty straightforward. That's what you want to change your password to. You type that in the second field, and then you would retype your new password in this third field. So that's just to confirm that it's the same in the new password field and in the retype password field. That's what you would need to do to then click the Change Password button, and that would change from your old password, which again is, in this instance, it would be your current password, to something new. So if we go back to account, you can also see your order history. That's something that came up in the order that we just placed. So you can kind of see here, this is a fake account I've created, so there's not much here. But if we go ahead and click on one of these order numbers, we can see, I'm actually going to do a new share so that you can see the window that just popped up. So yeah, you should now see the receipt page that just popped up, which has some details of what you purchased in this order, order number, order date. It's got the amount that's that you paid and some other billing information. So again, that can be very useful. This is essentially a receipt for the order itself. You can click print if you want to print that out. I'm going to go back to the main page here. So that's a good way to see your order history. And again, as for as long as you're a member, you're going to accumulate more orders. So as long as you kind of know the date of what you're looking for, you can find things that way. There's also my course event list. Now, this is a little bit more dynamic because it does allow you to put things in certain orders. So there's some limitations to this, but it can often be helpful if you're looking to find the things that you've signed up for. So probably the main thing that you're going to want to do is sort your list. And so you can see there is a SKU assigned with each course. That's not really going to be too relevant for your purposes. It's more of an internal thing, but you could sort all the things that you signed up for by title. So if you wanted to, if you said you know the title of the thing that you're looking for, you could sort it by title. I think that puts it in alphabetical order. And so if you knew you were looking for fortified wines and sweet wines, you could sort it by title and then kind of scroll through to look for the F titles. You can also sort this by instructor. If you know, I signed up for a class for Han Wen, I'm pretty sure I want to make sure about that. Again, the instructors would be in alphabetical order, and you could scroll through and look for Han Wen there. You could also sort by class date. That's probably going to be the most valuable because you're probably going to want to know what's coming up most recently. So you can see this is going to be in order of the dates associated with the things that you signed up for. So the most recent ones are going to be at the top. The oldest ones are going to be at the bottom of the list. And you can kind of see if you wanted to sort by building, that's maybe going to be useful if you want to see, you know what classes did I sign up for at Lantana? That's going to put all the Lantana classes together, all of the OLLI at UNT location classes together, and so forth. Class times as well, you kind of get the idea. You have some sorting options there. You could sort by status. This may or may not be useful to you. The primary statuses that you might see are going to be registered, maybe waitlisted. You can see which classes you've been waitlisted for. You can see if you've dropped any classes, that kind of thing. Sorting by term is also going to be kind of useful. In the past, we've used a kind of difficult to understand, in my opinion, numbering system for terms. So you can kind of see going forward, we're trying to make it a little bit more obvious which term or semester you'd be sorting for. So as we're going into the fall 2022 semester, for example, you'd be able to click on 22 fall, and then it would sort all, it would only show you all of the things that you signed up for in that term. So everything I've signed up for is in 2022, sorry, 22-02, which is the spring 2022 semester. But again, going forward, that should hopefully be a little bit clearer because you can select which term you want to filter and only see things that are included in that term. So again, this is a good way to kind of see what you've signed up for and maybe confirm for yourself what's coming up. The other thing that you can see is your membership. This is a good way to see when your membership expires. I just purchased mine today, so it's valid for 365 days. And the all courses included annual membership is what I've purchased. Here you can see that there's paid events. That's really just for our internal purposes. There are some special events that do carry a fee, so that's just something that comes up for us to be able to still offer those events so that you can pay any fee that's associated with those. But all of your included courses will fall under this membership that you can see your expiration date right there. So that's sort of the basics of what's available in the member portal. And now I want to do something that is all important, which is helping you to figure out how to reset your username, recover your username rather, or reset your password if you forget either of those things. So I'm going to go ahead and sign out of my account here. And so let's say I go to sign in and say, you know what, I don't remember my username. So I'm going to go to find my username. And this is pretty simple. All you have to do is enter your email address that's associated with your account, and then click Find My Username. You can see here there's a message that says email has been sent to the email address. And what happens there is, if you give it a moment here, you should receive an email that shows what your username is. And since I've got a fake one here, I'm going to open the email that I just received and share that with you so you can kind of see what it looks like. I believe this is going to be correct. Yeah, there you go. So you can kind of see now. I'll download the pictures. You can kind of see what the confirmation looks like. It just gives you your username. So that's pretty straightforward. I'm going to go back to the main page here to go through the password recovery process. So if we go back to the sign-in page, and again, let's say, okay, now I've got my username, but I really don't remember my password. I need to reset it. If you click the reset my password button, it is going to ask you for your username. You're going to need to confirm that. So this is only going to be useful if you do remember your username or if you've recovered it. And then you enter your username and again, your email. What this does is, again, I think it should be pretty straightforward. You click that button and it says an email has been sent to your email address. So we're going to give it a moment for that email to come through. And basically that email is going to contain a link that we click to create our new password. So I'm just going to give that a second. There it is. The email just popped up. So I'm going to share that with you. Okay, and you can see it's pretty similar to the one we got for our username, except in this case, it gives you a link that you can either click on or copy and paste into your browser. Usually clicking on it is the easiest thing to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on that, and it's gonna open a page in my browser. So I'm gonna go ahead and share that with you now. Okay, and now you should be seeing this password reset page. So it gives you some basic steps. First, you're going to enter your username again, you're going to enter your email, and then you're just going to type a new password and then confirm it. So I'm going to type let me make sure I remember this fake username that I've been using. Okay, my email address. Again, these two are the ones that need to be they need to be the information that's already associated with your account. And now I'm going to create a new password. So I'm going to create a fake password again that's different from the one before, and I'm going to confirm it by typing it again. And I'm going to click reset my password. And here you can see a message that says password has been reset. Click here to sign in. And that's what I need to do now. Click here to sign in. Now I'm going to enter again my username. And now I'm going to enter the new password that I just came up with. And with any luck, this is going to work. And if it doesn't work right away, I would actually give it a moment or two, maybe even 30 seconds, just to make sure that it does successfully reset, which is actually what I just had to do. Just give it about 30 seconds and to type in the new password. And there you go. You can see it says welcome, and I'm back into my account. So again, that hopefully is going to be pretty straightforward. If you do ever forget your password, the main thing once you go through those steps is, again, just maybe give it 30 seconds or so for the system to actually figure everything out. But hopefully you found that to be helpful for you. If you have any additional questions about using the member portal, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. We'd be happy to walk you through anything, and hope to see you in class.